starting with black aggro. We're definitely going to want 8 creature lands. Actually, do I want Eggdom's Awakening if I'm going to be playing? That's a question. Would I rather have Eggdom's Awakening or Faceless Haven? There's a chance that Awakening plus the other black creature land is better than playing Faceless Haven. I just don't have to play a colorless land. Like the black creature land is like pretty good. So, Forsworn Paladin. Just gonna add cards to the list for now that we might want to be playing. This card might be okay. What's the actual name of this card? This is a joke. This is a joke name, right? Damn it. Damn it, Scryfall. Westgate Regent. Yep. Null Priest is a pretty good card. Skycleave Shade is sticking around. White seems decent. He has a Death Touch win the game equipment good. So I've got a lot of 2s. What are my 1-drops look like? Is there another playable 1-drop? That's probably the big question. There isn't, is there? Shambling Ghast. Target creature gets -1/-1 or create a treasure token. I guess we could just play Dungeon Crawler as a 2-power 1-drop. We're just never going to complete a dungeon with it. That might be the correct play. It could be okay to just play the Dean as well. Just play this for the front half. We could play iTwitch. What are the lessons in this format? Are there really no black lessons? Oh, did it uncheck black? Oh, it did uncheck black. Oh, it's exactly at most. Oh, does black include colorless if I say at most? It does. Okay, got it. Yeah, honestly, that's probably... Oh, there's hybrids too. Inkling. Yeah, that's probably good enough. You probably just give up a couple of board slots for that. Especially with the queue. And the queue is going to be best of 1 to start. So you'd have to have a consideration for this with best of 3 if you wanted to play this in the Hooglandia tournament this weekend. But at a base level. That seems fine. It basically draws a card when it dies. Okay, what do my threes look like? I think it's playable, Beansy. Yeah, we could want a couple of swords too. I'm just trying to fill out my creature curve to start, chat. Real decks have curves. So I've got 2s, I've got 8-1s. I'd like a couple of decent 3s. Do we have decent 3s? Not really. Yeah, it's just Nighthawk's just not like a particularly aggressive card. Is the problem? Could just be Callous Blood Mage. Callous Blood Mage gives us another reason to play equipment because it gives us cheap bodies. Vagaroth's not particularly aggressive. This is at least 3 power for 3 mana. That also has utility in different spots. We could also just play more 2s, yeah. Yeah, this could be playable as just a 3/2 menace for 3. Yeah, it might honestly be okay. Because if we're aggressive, the ward make them pay life is actually pretty good. I mean, Witch is definitely a good card. The question is she good if we're not triggering her pest text? Is the question that you have to ask. I think I want a couple copies of where's the sword? Vorpal sword. And I think probably some Malakir Rebirth are probably playable. And then I think we probably don't need. I already have the 4-drop reanimating dragon. That's the Storko. So right now, I don't think this does a curve visualization at all. So we've got 12 2-drops, a 3-drop, some 8 4-drops, 4 5-drops, a couple of Vorpal swords. I think I probably want what are the creature lands called? Hive of the Eye Tyrant. So this is 10 spell lands. So that's with 12 swamps. This is 22 lands. I probably want 24 to 25 lands. No.
Do you want?
That's not worth a remote to me. I love you. You got a flying Pikachu? That's so cute. Yeah.
Cutie.
There's flying Pikachus, chat. My wife also plays a lot of Pogo. Alright, so I think to start, we probably just like trim around the edges. Like take a null priest off, take a cube off, take a... Where's the 5-drop at? 5 Tyrant, Regent. This is 60 cards. So this is 19 plus 6 spell lands. I've got a couple of... No, I think Malakir Rebirth probably better than Maul on average. Would love some lunch. I don't know, wherever you got. And then we probably need to put a couple of lessons in the sideboard, right? And obviously for best of 3, you wouldn't put all of these in here. But for best of 1 for the queue on Thursday, we could just put 7 in here. Honestly, Introduction to Annihilation is probably worth considering too. Well, so... To the people in chat who are saying I muted myself, actually, chat, my RTX voice crashed. I did not mute myself. When I mute myself, you see a... Now I'm not muted, chat. The details matter, okay? For people who aren't familiar, RTX Voice is a piece of software that filters out background noise. So like when kids are stomping around above me or screaming in the background, or my air conditioner is running, it filters that out while still letting me through. It also like makes me go robotic when I get really loud on occasion, but the upsides far outweigh the downsides. It does occasionally crash though. All right. So I think this looks good for black aggro. Get that saved. Honestly, like building decks for this has made me more excited to play Standard 2022 because like looking at the cards in this deck that we're looking at, like, could this be playable, really kind of makes me excited because like the power level of a lot of these cards is just so far down compared to what's been going on in Standard for so long. Like if something like this is reasonable and like everything's getting powered down, so it really could be. All right, so I'm going to let you in on a dirty little secret, chat. The smartest people in the world start by copying their homework from other people. So to start with this next deck list for white aggro, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the white aggro deck that's been doing well in the current standard format. And we're going to take a peek at what cards translate over directly from there to start. So we're just going to start by literally just copying and pasting every card that moves over. Huh. Which actually isn't a lot. Wow, I was expecting more of this deck to be surviving. It's actually, God, man, Standard 22 is going to be lit, chat. I'm super excited. This, like, all of these cards are rotating. We have, like, 4 Luminarch Aspirants, 4 Elite Spellbinder. Like, that's great. 4 Skyclave, Apparition. And then let's take a peekaboo at what else we got going on then, huh? All right, color equal W, CMC equal 1, type equal creatures. See, chat, building deck lists is secretly just doing database lookups. Let's take a peekaboo at what we've got to start here. 4 Usher of the Fallen. What's our second best 1-drop? Is it Arc Priest? I think it's Arc Priest, right? I think it could be Monk of the Open Hand. It could be Open Hand, and we play the Planeswalker as a top end. I don't know how often we're gonna cast 2 spells in a turn though. We could play Monk, Code Spell Cleric if it's the second spell you cast in a turn, it puts a 1/1 counter on something. Let's start there, and we can always do something else. And then maybe let's have our curve be super low. Honestly, maybe we don't even want all the Skyclave apparitions to start. It's our Planeswalker called? Grandmaster of Flowers. Some Clarion Spirits. We play 4 Dancing Sword. definitely want 4 Knight of the White Orchid. Honestly, I think we might want one more white 1-drop. Thank you, Declan. Yeah, thank you for not coming in without a shirt on. Basket of food gets tossed through the door. At least he knows he's not supposed to come in without a shirt. Yeah, chat, I got a sandwich, a yogurt, I got some pretzels and some hummus. And she even sent me down a cupcake. Get that. Oh, is Paladin class playable? What if we do Paladin class? That one might be playable. It's another 1-mana spell. And we just do 21 lands from here. For Cave of the Frost Dragon. 17 planes. Oh, Loyal Warhound is on here already. Look at that. Oh, it's not there yet. It doesn't have a mouse over yet. Isn't Faceless Haven better in this type of deck? Well, my deck has 12 1-mana spells that all cost a white mana to cast. So do you think a colorless land is good in my deck that has... The white creature land is very good. It's very, very good. Chat's about to learn how good creature lands are. Listen, chat, I've been telling people to play more lands and play more creature lands than longer than a lot of you have been playing Magic. The creature lands are very good. Oh, I probably wouldn't mind, what's it called? A couple of bolt lands in there on top of the creature land. Especially with Loyal Warhound to ramp. What's the bolt land called? I don't think I want a tap land in my deck, but I think we can take 2 bolt lands. I think all of the monocolored creature lands are playable. The full set review will be up on YouTube this evening. Okay, so these are all the cards that venture into the dungeon. For Eliwick, for Varys. I'm not sure if this is good, but I feel like we should definitely at least try it. So I think Eliwick and Silver Moon Ranger is probably the two best. So the question after that is, what are the other cards I want to play? What are the other colors we want? Let's sort by colors so we can see some groupings here. Yeah, Nadar might be the other second best color. You have hexproof. Each opponent can't venture more than once each turn. Sedge. Blue has UT Malison, which seems okay. You always have a dungeon. You always have a dungeon. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe we're supposed to just try and play Abzan. Our dungeon's a limited only mechanic, maybe? That's what we're looking at and thinking about. Yeah, maybe like Triumphant Adventure is definitely like the third best of these. Can we make Abzan work? I guess we have Pathways, and we have two. What are our dual lands? We have Pathways, and we have the 5 hand lands, and that's it, right? Are there any? Is Fabled Passage still legal? Does anybody know? Is Fabled Passage still legal? Well, to be fair, the mana in this is intended to have one more set in the fall with the 5th set. So, the mana's bad because we're probably getting another set of dual lands in the fall. Yeah, maybe this is too terrible to actually do. We do have these two. I guess we have 20 duels with that, and we just count these as coming to play tapped lands. But I guess if they're going to be coming to play tapped lands, are there like gain lands or something we could play? Are there any always tapped duels that like gain a life or something? Anybody know? I know we have the snow tapped lands. Are there any like always tapped lands that have some amount of upside? We have there's some crappy Strixhaven ones, right? The campuses. I mean, looking at the aggro decks we put together, they're not that aggressive, right? The snarls are not bad early. The snarls, if I'm playing 12 pathways, the snarls are basically always tapped. So I might as well play an always tapped land. The new knight is great. I agree. Yeah, I think let's shelve this. Let's work on something else. So I've got 2 build arounds in my queue. Angel Haven build around. All right, what's the angel card called? The Book of Exalted Deeds. I'll do Haven at the end. We'll do all the mana together. What's the other card called? The Warhound, the Knight of the White Orchid, Loyal Warhound. Right, it's right there, Jeff. And this is probably mono white, right? So let's just like put a bunch of good mono white cards in it. These can't be the only cards that gain life, right? Because I want some ways to trigger Book of Exalted Deeds organically. Man, there really aren't ways to gain life in this in standard left, are there? About second colors. Spoils of Adventure. Gain 3, draw 3 seems pretty decent. The Loyal Warhound gets any planes out of your deck, right? Does Loyal Warhound grab planes dual lands like the old one? Does anybody know? Does it technically color fix for us? Basic. No, they fixed it. Sedge. That makes splashing harder in a snow deck. I think we have to be Yeah, maybe we have to be in red. Adult Gold Dragon and Lorehold Command are both really good. The problem is Book of Exalted Deeds is triple white. Although I guess Loyal Warhound fixes for white at least. Thanks for the 32 months, Drew. Welcome back. Ooh. Search for Glory finds both our combo pieces. Yeah, because this is legendary. And text is way off there. Adult gold fingers are just like one over. I guess if we only have red at the top end of our curve, we only have red at the top end of our curve, so we don't have to play that much red. How are we staying alive? What cards are we playing? What cards are we playing that keep us alive? It's a shame this is only I'm looking explicitly for gain 3s because Book of Exalted Deeds makes you angels if you gain 3. It doesn't look like we have a lot of those. Potion of Healing's pretty bad. Revitalize is just better. We probably need to move out of this condition. Or 1 and 2 mana creatures we can play. No, there aren't any 3-power lifelinkers. You could just play like Usher the Falling. It's just like a good rate card. Yeah, we could play Righteous Valkyrie. Kinda like that idea. Professor of Symbology is another decent one. Or sorry, I like Youthful Valkyrie. This is 36 cards, and I probably want about 24 lands with the creature lands. Maybe I don't need this. This is a little clunky and expensive. Maybe I do want the... Well, I don't really have lifelinkers yet. Ended up not having room to work those in. So let's do this and put some lands in. Anyone know what the red-white snow duel is called offhand? Alpine Meadow. Thank you. Do I... You know, actually, the Snarl might be better because we just have the red splash of a triple white card. I think Fury Calm Snarl might actually be better in here. And then Loyal Warhound's just not on. Yeah, so for people that haven't seen what the idea behind this is, you can use Book of Exalted Deeds to put a counter on Faceless Haven because it's an angel, so you can't lose the game. And then I tried to build the rest of the deck so we had some life gain to pair with this so we could utilize this card effectively even when we don't gain life. And then Search for Glory finds legendary cards, which Books of Exalted Deeds is, and it can find a snowland, so it can find Faceless Haven. I've got 20 snow mana. Yes, beanslayer is rotating out. Put some lessons in here in the sideboard here. Academic probation. Environmental sciences. Hey, thanks for the 2 months, Gemma Maid. I appreciate that. Welcome back. And again, if you're playing this in best of 3, you would probably only play 2 to 3 sideboard cards, so you can have a decent actual sideboard, but for the latter, it's only best of 1, so just gonna throw 7 in here because I guess I could technically play red ones too, right? Probably not red, but single red. All right. Seems like a good start for that. All right, and then the last deck I have on queue to build is something with dritz in it. So what do we want to do with him? I don't have any direction other than play copies of this card. Bro, throw suggestions at me, chat. What should we be doing with him? Ikoria cards are rotating, chat. We could just build like green white mid range. Like get some elite spellbinders in here. Just play some other decent rate cards. We could play like the new Watchwolf. I agree that Ranger class seems good. What's our... Kazandu Mammoth is probably good. Luminarch Aspirant's just a good card. Skyclave Apparition's a lot of 3s. What's the new Watchwolf called? Werewolf Pack Leader. Apparition could be okay. Lotus Cobra to ramp up a little bit could be fine too. Yeah, most white decks are probably Loyal Warhound decks. I don't think Portable Hole is actually... Portable Hole is a card that I am not going to be putting in main decks until I see what the format looks like. Pug List. I don't know what that card does. So usual 8 or more lands, it gets 5/5. No, that card's not very good. Especially if you can't cast the backside. Or green-white. We're playing okay things on curve. What do our 1-mana creatures look like? Usher of the Fallen is a decently aggressive thing. Jasper Sentinel could be okay. It could be right to put some equipment in here too. Because making our creatures bigger with equipment lets them transfer the power over to Dritz. And making him flying could be good. You want some, like, maul this guy, Clave? Set releases Thursday, Jin. Really don't have that many things that enable Arc Priest. A couple of mauls in here. A few Jasper Sentinel. Yeah, Werewolf Pack Leader is a great 2-drop. And this is 38 cards, but 4 of them are Kazandu Mammoths. So that's probably fine. And I've got Sentinels for a little bit extra mana and Loyal Warhound as well. Which of the creature lands would I rather have in this deck? Probably the green one. The green one is XX, so it can get bigger. It can make Dritz bigger. Steamer Walker is playable against Jeskai. Yeah, you know there's got a fine Jeskai matchup. You get a lot of sticky threats that generate card advantage. I mean, the thing that I keep in mind is, like, Jeskai control feels bad to play against regardless of what you're playing against. So the green one's really, I think the green one's fine. I don't know. I think, like, looking at all of them, I think the green one's actually kind of low on my list of them, but it's definitely, I think they're all playable. Gemini, thanks for the tier 2. I missed that one, I think. Welcome back. So we don't have a green-white snarl, though, right? I only have a pathway. Which is a touch awkward. I probably need to play a tapped land. Yeah, the fact that we have a green werewolf pack leader goes towards that too. And then is the only other dual land we have access to the always tap snowland. That is right. Anybody know what the... Anybody know what the green-white snow duel is called offhand? I don't know what to search on Scryfall to find those. Oh, is there not? Oh, Arctic Tree Line. And then I need 11 more lands for like 7 forest, 4 plains. This is 11 plains. It's probably like 6 and 5. This is 12 plains. This is 10, 13, 17 green. I want to cast Werewolf Pack Leader. I guess Kazandu Mammoth is more green too. Yeah, it's probably 5 and 6 this way. Alright. And I think I want to build one more. I feel like I want to build something with Sedgemoor Witch. What's the best thing we can be doing with Sedgemoor Witch in this format? I know I want to play Sedgemoor Witch, and I want to play the new black planeswalker. But I don't know what else I want to do other than that. Dracolith. That does. Oh yeah, this is probably pretty good. What's my second color? How are we triggering Sedgemoor Witch? What other color leads to triggering Sedgemoor Witch a bunch? Is there no sort by type in here? Release date, name, rarity, color. There's not. Weird. Well, they need to not be. They need to not just be. They need to not just be draw cards, they also need to be instants or sorceries, right? Yeah, village rights is still legal. Is pop quiz low-key really good? Because it draws a card and then it learns, so it draws another instant or sorcery that triggers witch twice. So for the people that are saying Plum the Forbidden is really good, you need to understand that a card like Plum the Forbidden is really good in an instance where I have a board state that I already have a bunch of things in play. And if I already have a bunch of things in play with my Sedgemoor Witch deck, it means my Sedgemoor Witch has been in play, triggering off of other things for multiple turns already. So I'm looking for things that can help me get going, not things that win by a lot once we've already gotten going. So I'm looking for enablers, not payoffs once I've already been enabled. The people recommending I play a quad blue card in my deck trying to play black cards in a format where I don't have 2 dual lands to play, stop it. Get some help. So 4 village rights seems good. We're gonna do blue as our second color. Pop quiz sounds good. Curate's just like better deliberate, right? Would Behold be better than Pop Quiz? What is Behold? Oh, Behold the Multiverse. Yeah, we probably want to play that too. But notably, Pop Quiz is 2 spells for the price of 1, which is kind of the appeal of it. It triggers your witch twice. Pop Quiz might also just be too cute. Might just be able to play. Might just be better to play more good cards. What do our removal spells look like in this format? Flunk is pretty good. Is Power Word Kill actually good? There's probably going to be a lot of people playing dragons, right? Could we play a couple cheeky Mystic Reflection? Yeah, we could like Mystic Reflection our Sedgemoor Witch, and then like Spider Queen get 2 more Sedgemoor Witches. I'm gonna put 2 Mystic Reflection in for the sake of the memes. Blood Chief's Thirst is still legal. Good call. A good 1 mana instant speed removal spells in this format. Lash of Malice unfortunately kills all of our stuff, but it might also just be playable. Ray of Enfeeblement might also be okay. The queue is only best of one, so not really thinking about sideboard cards at the moment. Yes, Pop Quiz is probably just worse than having something like Curate, which helps us find the witch to begin with. Curate can also ditch Dracolith into the graveyard, which is sweet. So you can cast him back out. And I'm spelling sorcery correct. So. I got room for like one more spell in here. Maybe we just play a couple of the Behold counterspell or the Foretell counterspell. Oh, you know what? There's a new cancel, right? Although blue might be a little bit hard on our mana base with not having a ton of dual lands. So we probably would rather play the what's it called? Foretell. Yeah, saw it coming. Oh, they did give us another 2-mana discard spell, right? Is the check for traps? Yeah, let's just play 4 check for traps, actually. It's a proactive card. It's just 37. I'll cut a flunk. I do not have anyone that I work with regularly for animated Twitch stuff. I've actually been looking around for people myself because I'm going to be doing, I want to do some rebranding stuff. This many village rates might actually be bad. Just because it's like only really good with Sedgemoor Witch, when we already have one of these out. I'm going to split the flunks of the rates. Legal future is future standard. So that's for regular standard Android. It's not for standard 2022. So this set AFR or Styx or Kaldheim or ZNR is giving me the right lookup. So we're explicitly regular standard is still going to be a dumpster fire of adventure cards. I would venture to guess. All of the creature lands are good. They're all good. EDC, thanks for the follow. All right, and then chat, you've been good so far. What's the blue black snow tap land called? Anyone? Bueller? Ice Tunnel, ding ding ding. Thank you, chat. So we have a few blue cards. That's 7 blue. So 24 lands with 4 creature lands. There is a blue creature land, but I think it's worse than Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Actually, I'm not sure if it's worse, and let's coward split it. Let's coward split these two too. See how that goes. Do I want any spell lands? I don't think so. Glasspull Mimic could be okay. Copying Sideboard, which does sound like Dece plus. We can also play a couple of Hanger Mauling. Maybe I want a couple of Mauling. It's just extra removal spells. We can like go down a Flunk. Go down a Swamp. Like that. That gets us to... There's 2 not being counted here because Goldfish doesn't know they exist yet. So we have 23, that's 25 lands total. Seems pretty reasonable considering we top out at 5 and we have like... Behold and Curate and stuff to find extra cards. Do I have enough blue? I have 4, 7... 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 12, 13 blue sources, and I have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 black. So 19 black, 13 blue. Probably go 18. Probably go up a blue source, huh? Go 18, 14. Yeah, I think blue is too tough. Only 14 blue. You want like 16 to 18 blue to cast blue consistently early. And our black cards don't hit until turn 4 and 5 with Mauling and Draco Lich, so that seems fine. I like it. Sweet. Alright, so we've got... Oh. We've got, is that 5 decks for Thursday then to start? Yeah, looks like it. Sounds good. If you want links to any of the decks that we built today, you can check out my website here. You could always click stream and click stream queue. A little streamception there because my stream's embedded. You can find all of the deck links there for things that we have coming up on Thursday. Deck thinning is statistically insignificant. It is completely irrelevant. If you are not drawing a significant portion of your deck, and we're not drawing a significant portion of our deck, deck thinning doesn't really matter. So, yeah. Alright, sweet. We've got a good range of stuff to play too. We've got a couple of mid-range decks, couple of aggro decks. And remember, if you're looking forward to playing some Standard 2022, and you want a chance to play it in the best of 3 format on stream, the next Hoaglandia Open this Sunday, July 11th, will be this Standard 2022 format best of 3. This is the real Zuriel. Thanks for the Prime support. I appreciate the support. Welcome to the channel this afternoon. At any rate, that's going to wrap my Magic stuff for this afternoon. I am not planning to do any streaming of Arena tomorrow. We are going to play some Modern tomorrow morning, but I can pull my, speaking of my website, click on that again. My schedule is up here as well. It has our various formats. So tomorrow we're going to be doing some Modern, some Runeterra, and then some more Spider-Man, which is about what we're about to shift to for the rest of the day. And then Thursday and Friday are going to be mostly Arena once the new set drops. Set drops about 10 a.m. Central Time for me on Thursday. So we're going to do a Modern League before that happens. We're going to play a bunch of Standard 2022 on Thursday, and then we're going to play a bunch more on Friday. And then on Sunday next week is the Hoaglandia Open. Is the X black card that sacrifices several creatures not useful enough with the Witch deck? It's really good if you like winning more. It's not very good if you're not already winning, though. That's something we're probably going to end up having to make a command for Plumb the Forbidden, because that's a card people constantly want to play that's just like a textbook win war card. It's only good when you're already ahead, and if you're already ahead, you don't need that kind of effect. So I think Village Rites is better on average because it's more efficient in terms of mana. It can help you get to a spot where you're ahead as opposed to only being good when you're already ahead. The classes are really good, right? I think a number of the classes are likely playable. If you missed it earlier, we started off this segment by doing a full constructed set review, largely with the focus on Standard 2022. So if you missed that, that'll be up on the YouTube channel. It's about an hour and 40 minutes for the entire set review. And we covered the most important cards first, so if you don't have time to watch that whole thing, you can still get the important bits by just watching the first little bit. So.